Your Matsu Miners are on the road, but still on the grind. It's Matsu Miners Baseball, and it's next on the Matsu Miners Radio Network. Welcome into the Miners pregame show, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Here's the voices of the Miners, Kevin Peel and Kyle Howard.
Everybody will just wait. We'll acknowledge every single person in this stadium today.
Last night in front of 909 at Herman Brothers Field, the Miners gutted out a big come-from-behind win against the Chinooks. The Miners scored 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 2 in the 8th in support of Eli Morgan, who earned his 5th victory of the season. All this offensive output coming despite Braxton Wilkes completely shutting down the Miners through his first 5 innings, and the Chinook star Cameron Baranek reaching base 4 times yesterday. Their efforts weren't enough as the Miners stormed back to win. Now the Miners travel to Chugiak for the final time this season, looking to avenge Thursday night's loss to Connor Menez and put the Chinooks on the verge of elimination from top of the World Series play. Hello and welcome on out to Lee Jordan Field at Loretta French Complex in Chugiak, Alaska. We are set for some Sunday afternoon, early evening baseball between the 21-6 and 19-6 Matsu Miners and the 14-15 and 13-13 Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. Alongside my broadcast partner, Kyle Howard, I am Kevin Peel. You are listening to the Napa Auto Parts pregame show on the Matsu Miners Radio Network. For the third time this week, the Matsu Miners overcame a 2-run deficit to win last night in Palmer. Before this week, we had become accustomed to seeing a team that hopped out to early leads and shut down their opponents. But as they've done all season, Kyle, they continue to amaze us and show us a different side of them. At the same time, they are a team that knows how to persevere and come from behind if they have to.
That they do. This being their 7th win this season in come from behind fashion. That's a third of the wins they have on the season this year. Just showing that they don't give up. They'll go out there and they might fall behind early, but they'll continue to battle. Last night you saw Eli Morgan pitch one of the best games of his year, and it started out as being the worst. He came out there and allowed 2 runs in the top of the first inning, and Palmer, the Miners would rally and come back and tie the game late. It looked like for a while they might get shut down by Braxton Wilkes, but a nice play by Tina Nishioka, first base, kind of started the rally. Then the Miners were able to tack on 2 runs in the bottom half of the inning there and tie it up. And, of course, from there, the rest was history. The Miners were able to rally around that and get a couple runs late to go ahead and win the game. And for the 10th time this year in 12 tries, the Miners have beaten the Chinooks now.
Zach Warren's last time on the hill, he was roughed up a bit by the Anchorage Bucks. In general, his past 2 performances haven't gone the way he's wanted. He took the tough luck loss 2 weeks ago in that pitcher's duel between him and Menez, the last time he pitched right here in Chugiak. What does he need to do to get back on track today?
He just needs to stare down there and pitch his game. I think he's a guy that's been known as one of the best pitchers in the league. So I really just think he needs to stick to his game. And just a little bit of a bad break against the Bucks the other day. It was sure you're going to have a bad start here and there, and that's just going to happen. That's part of the game. And then, of course, he had a little bit of bad luck here in Chugiak to start before that, just allowing that 1 run. But the Connor Menez, on the other hand, he was dominant on the other side of things, and that's why the Miners weren't able to score runs that day and support him. Really just gave that 1 earned run up in that one. He did get the loss for that one, which is unfortunate for him. He pitched great in that ball game. So really, I think you're going to have a bad start here and there, and he sort of did that against the Bucks. But he was able to bounce back in that one too. He allowed a whole bunch of runs early. 4 runs very early in that ball game, but able to keep the game right where it was. I think that's the best thing he can do for himself tonight is just to buckle down. If things don't go right, just stick to your game and stay to it. That's what he's done pretty well this year so far.
Cameron Baranek has made his presence known in this lineup since his return. He had 3 hits and an RBI along with a stolen bag and solid defense against the Miners last night. His impact on this team is enormous. How can the Miners shut him down and avoid falling behind early today like they were able to get out to that early lead yesterday, that 2-0 lead for the 2nd straight game? Thursday game ended up being the one in which the Chinooks pulled away and won 7-2, but Miners were able to come back yesterday.
They just need to really stick to their game again, and really, I think really just get out there and again just playing their game. I think they've really done well against the Chinooks team this year, and even falling behind early, I think they're able to really just bounce back, even if they do fall behind early. They've been able to keep every game close, and I think that's something they continue to do today. Is they look to turn to Warren today to pitch a great performance on the hill. He's done that pretty well for the last two starts, maybe not the best in his eyes, but again, just one run allowed of the Chinooks time is the last time out, so I don't expect much difference, and I expect two great pitching matchups again, and we get a little taste of a new guy on the mound tonight for the Chinooks, and a little bit different for him, but certainly hoping the Miners are able to get to him early on.
We are almost set for baseball between the Miners and the Chinooks. Coming up on the Napa Auto Parts pregame show, our pregame profile today is with Eli Morgan. Stay tuned. You're listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. Welcome into the pregame profile here on the pregame show brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. I'm Kevin Field, joined alongside me by Eli Morgan. How are we doing today, Eli?
Great.
That's good. And so you had a great performance last night. Didn't get off to the start that you wanted to, though. They were able to get to you for a couple runs in that first inning. What was Chugiak doing that was kind of throwing you off your game in that first inning?
They were hitting good pitches, throwing fastballs I thought were located pretty well, and they were putting it in play. So, I knew I was still making good pitches, so I wasn't very worried about that first inning.
Of course, and the start ended up very well for you, 7 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, and you also had the great defense behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner Nishioka, the big diving play there in that 6th inning, and then was able to double up the Chinooks to get you out of that inning. Did you feel a surge of momentum for the team at that time and also yourself?
Definitely. Whenever there's guys on base and you can get out of it by a great play by your first baseman and double play to end the inning, it's a huge momentum swing. And for the offense as well, just fire up the whole dugout. I believe we scored a couple runs after that play as well.
And so you attend Gonzaga University with Caleb Wood and Calvin LeBron, two teammates, not only at Gonzaga, but here as well. How cool was it to travel out here with them and continue to grow as players together?
It's awesome. It's fun to see each other improve, continue upon the success we had at Gonzaga. And it's reassuring, knowing that all three of us are improving up here, and we'll be able to help our team at Gonzaga out next year.
All right, and at Gonzaga, what's your major activities that you participate in on campus? What do you like to do on campus?
Well, I'm a business major with concentrations in economics and finance. So I hope to do something with money one day. And, on campus, a lot of it's baseball related. If you're not at practice, you're in the weight room or studying. So your free time's kind of limited, but when I have time, I hang out with baseball guys. And, it's a fun atmosphere at Gonzaga. I have a lot of fun there.
So your first reaction when you heard that you could come up to Alaska, how did that feel? And what was that moment like?
I was really excited because I heard about this league, heard about its rich history, all the players that have come through here, a couple guys at Gonzaga. Probably one of our best pitchers last year, Andrew Sopko, was up here a few years back with the Bucks, so he was talking about his experience. Another Bucks player, Sean Labrija, played on our team at Gonzaga, and they really just talked about how fun it is in Alaska, and I couldn't believe how beautiful this state is, and all that it has to offer. It's been awesome.
You were on a 21-6, 19-6 in ABL play team. Have you ever been on and had the opportunity to pitch for and play for a great team like this?
I've pitched for good teams, but 21-6 is kind of out there. I don't think I pitched on a team, but it's great. Quite some time, and it's fun. Just knowing. I think we had talked in a previous interview about run scoring and how we weren't hitting the ball very well early on, but I had mentioned that it always seems like we can score runs if we needed to, and we were down 2-0 and never really felt out of it because I knew we'd get to their pitcher yesterday.
So you got the big comeback win last night, winning that game 5-3. This is going to be a Chinooks team that's desperate for wins, especially probably frustrated after the way they lost last night. What do you expect from them today?
I expect what I see every time out of them. They're a tough team to beat. They battle, pitch the ball well, and they string good at bats together. So they're going to be hungry for a win. But if we just keep playing like we're playing, I think we'll drop many games.
And the last question for you: you also have a hungry pitcher on the mound. Zach Moore has been behind you in the rotation. He's had a rough past couple starts, 0-1 record, and had that tough loss 2 weeks ago on Sunday to Connor Menez here in that pitcher's duel. How hungry is he to come out here and perform and pitch well today?
He's hungry. He's a competitor. He gets a little upset with himself if he's not pitching well. So I know that he's put in a lot of work to be able to be successful for this start, and I'm sure we'll see a bunch of strikes out of him. Some hard fastballs and dirty sliders, just doing what he normally does. I think he'll be back soon.
All right, that has been your pregame profile. When we come back, Miners and Chinooks about to square off here in Chugiak for the final time this season. You are listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. Welcome on out to Chugiak, Alaska. Here, as we are almost set for baseball between the Chinooks and the Miners. Going to get you the starting lineups for you here with home plate umpire James Ainsworth and now base umpire Jim Leiser here in attendance. So starting in right field and batting first will be Brick Paskowitz. Batting second and playing short, Tyler Wolf. Batting third and playing out in center field, Alex Caruso. Batting fourth and DHing, Matt DiOrio. Batting fifth and playing third, Niles Nygaard. Batting sixth and playing first, Tanner Nishioka. Batting seventh and catching, J.J. Hancock. Batting eighth and playing left is Connor Wanhanen. Batting ninth and playing second base, Caleb Wood. And the Miners starter today, Zach Warren. Now to the other side of things, the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks looking to avenge last night's loss. They will bring up to the plate. First off, third baseman Patrick Cromwell. Batting second, DHing Matthew Ferrudo. Batting third and playing left, Cameron Baronic. Batting fourth and catching, Andrew Mogg. Batting fifth and playing center field, David Morton. Batting sixth and at first, Holt Davis. Batting seventh at second, Will Bass. Batting eighth and at shortstop, Hunter Hanks. Batting ninth and in right field, Jacob Brobst facing starter Caden Owens. As we are almost set for first pitch at a 50-minute delay today, but we are all set for baseball now. Wind blowing straight out to center field today. First pitch is a called strike with a fastball from Caden Owens, and we are underway here at 4:54 Alaska time with the game time temperature 72 degrees, just 15 to 20 miles up the road from Anchorage, Alaska, here in Chugiak. And that is another called strike. Slider from Caden Owens. 2 strikes on Brick Paskowitz. Caden Owens comes into this with an 0-0 record, pitching in his 6th game. This is his first start of the season as a 5.06 ERA. That's a ball outside, fastball 1-2. He has 1 save on the season, has pitched 5 1/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, and has surrendered just 6 hits. 4 of his 5 games that he's pitched this season have been against this Miners team. The other game against the Pilots. Fouled straight back by Brick Paskowitz. The count remains 1-2. On the Miners starting right fielder, who got the start yesterday, batted first and also closed out the game. Coming in for the save. Paskowitz comes in with a league-leading 377 average. 1-2. Curveball swung on and missed. Had Paskowitz way out in front. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Now bring up Tyler Wolf.
Nice pitch on the change up there to get Brick Paskowitz away out in front of his foot there to swing and miss. Good start to the game here for Caden Owens.
We'll take a look around the outfield real quick for the Chinooks. Cameron Baronic in left, David Morton in center, and Jacob Probst in right. Called strike with a fastball to Tyler Wolf. Count 0-1 on the Miners shortstop. At third, Patrick Cromwell. At short, Hunter Hanks. At second, Will Bass. At first, Holt Davis, and the battery of Andrew Mogg and Caden Owens. Ball low. Fastball again from Owens. Count now 1-1. Tyler Wolf, the season, coming in with a 198 average. 16 hits and 81 at-bats. Curveball just missed outside for a ball 2-1. Power numbers very good, though. Has 8 RBIs on the season, 9 walks, and that 198 average very misleading with how good he's been hitting the ball lately. Fouled out of play. Count now 2-2 on the Miners shortstop. If a foul ball or home run does damage to your car, visit the folks of the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com. 2-2. Is blind right back up the middle and a base hit past the glove of Owens and into center field. Miners get their first hit of the game here in the first inning as Tyler Wolf will reach with hit number 17 of the season for him. And he's on base now with 1 out. And I'll bring up Alex Caruso here at the top of the first.
You mentioned his 191 batting average being a little misleading. Well, there you go right there with the base hit right up the middle. That's exactly how he's been playing recently. Just for the most part, been hitting it right at somebody. He does not strike out a ton, but does put the ball in play nearly every play.
That'll bring up Alex Caruso. First pitch is a high, lofting curveball that gets the letters on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Miners in their green jerseys today with yellow lettering and numbers, white trim, white pants. Chinooks in their red jerseys with navy blue lettering and numbers. This one's grounded to second. Could be a tough play for Bass. He's going to flip to second for one and got him by a half a step. Now, Hunter Hanks lost control of the ball here, and they say he did not complete the catch, and that's why Ben Taylor, the skipper, going to go have a quick chat with home plate with the base umpire Jim Leiser, as Tyler Wolf is called out. So 2 gone on the fielder's choice. Caruso will be on first, and that'll bring up Matt DiOrio. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Takes a look towards first as Owens, and here's the first pitch. It's a curveball way outside for a ball. Count now 1-0. Matt DiOrio, also a solid average coming in on the season here. .353 with 24 hits and 68 at-bats. He's driven in 12 runs. And also has come across the plate 10 times of his own. One of 5 minors to score 10 or more runs this season. Takes the ball low. Does Matt DiOrio. Count now 2-0. So a 4-6 fielder's choice, retired Tyler Wolf. Caruso still on first here with 2 outs. That's in the dirt for a ball. And quickly way ahead in the count is Matt DiOrio. Cleanup hitter, 3-0. Niles Nygaard on deck. The righty. Looking to get the percentage matchups going. Miners a lefty-heavy lineup that have performed very well against lefties this year. Called strike. Fastball on the outside corner. 3-1 the count on DiOrio. Caruso getting a modest lead over there at first. Infield shading up the middle, even with 2 outs. Trying to prevent against the ball up the middle. And there's going to be a balk to Caden Owens, and that will advance Alex Caruso over to second. Home plate umpire James Ainsworth clarifying that was a balk. Andrew Mogg going to have a quick chat with Ainsworth and now go talk to his pitcher, Caden Owens. Is a runner now in scoring position. 3-1 count on DiOrio and 2 outs here in the top of the first. 1 hit on the board for the Miners. Didn't look like much, but was a definite move towards the plate there, forcing the balk call. So Caruso will move up to second. Now a DiOrio single could score him here. 3-1 is swung on and missed right through a fastball. Full count, 3-2 on the Miners' designated hitter, Matt DiOrio. He's been a DH for a lot of this season, but also a good catcher out of Central Florida. 3-2. Curveball's in the dirt for a ball, and he will take his base. As walk number 12 issued to Matt DiOrio on the season. He's second on the team in walks behind Alex Caruso, who has 16 issued to him this season. And that will bring up Niles Nygaard.
Now, in the third appearance for Caden Owens, just the third walk he's issued to Miners hitters this year, struck out 23. Been very good against the Miners in that department.
First pitch to Nygaard's way inside, and Mogg has to quickly slide over to make sure that didn't get back to the backstop. 1-0 the count on Nygaard. Comes in with a .266 average, 21 hits and 79 at-bats. Has 8 extra base hits, 7 of them doubles. 1-0. And this one's lined hard towards left center field, coming in and towards the left center field gap to make the catch is the left fielder Cameron Baranek. That will end the top of the first. Miners threaten, but they don't score. We are to the bottom of the first here in Chugiak. No score. You're listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. Back for the bottom of the first inning here in Chugiak. No score, as we'll take a look at the Miners' defensive alignment for today's game. On left field, Connor Wanhanen. In center, Alex Caruso. In right, Brick Paskowitz. At third, Niles Nygaard. At short, Tyler Wolf. At second, Caleb Wood. At first, Tanner Nishioka. And the battery of J.J. Hancock catching and Zach Warren back on the hill for another start for this Miners team. It will be his 5th start of the season, 6th game that he's pitched in. He comes in with a 2-1 record, a 1.82 ERA with 1 save, 24 2/3 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 11 hits. That save coming against the Chinooks in the first couple games of the season. And that's a ball low to Patrick Cromwell. And Zach Warren's day has begun. 1-0 the count. Last 2 starts for Warren haven't been as good. Ball low, 2-0. He's pitched 11 innings in that time span, an 0-1 record. He's given up his only 5 runs of the season in that time span as well. Called strike. Fastball from Zach Warren, 2-1 the count. But even through it all and not having his best stuff those couple days, has been able to really tough it out. 2-1 is grounded to short. It's going to be cut off by Nygaard. He will throw to first in time for the out, as Wolf was in position to make the play too, but Niles Nygaard realized he had a better angle. His momentum was carrying him towards first base. He will make the play and throw on to first. 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up Matthew Ferruto.
A little bit of a long run for Nygaard. Had to chase it toward the grass and fire across the infield toward the shortstop side of things. But a nice play by Nygaard to get the out.
Zach Warren, a 4-pitch arsenal, 4-seam fastball, curve, changeup, and a cutter. And the first pitch is a cutter inside that's fouled off down that first base line. Count 0-1 on Matthew Ferruto. Comes into this game with a .235 average, 19 hits and 81 at bats, 8 runs scored. Playing in his 25th game, as that was a fastball low. Count now 1-1 on Ferruto. He's only 2nd on this team and behind a couple players in total at bats. One of those everyday players has played second, but also DHs. 1-1. Called strike with a fastball. 1-2 to Matt Ferruto out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Plays baseball there with guys like Holt Davis, who's getting the start at first today. Warren shakes off the first sign. Now ready from the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Is a dandy of a curveball, and he backdoored him for strike 3. Matt Ferruto didn't stand a chance on that one. That ball started up probably around his shoulders and went all the way down to his knees, along with a lot of bend there as it started way outside and caught the inside corner.
A lot of movement on that pitch for Zach Warren. It's good to see him having it going tonight. It's the team that beat him for his first loss this season the last time he was here. Good start for him.
First pitch to Cameron Baronic is a ball low. 1-0. Baronic's .293 average leads the team coming in, playing in his 20th game. Now been back for, this is his 6th game back from injury. Takes a ball low, does Baronic. 2-0 out of Santa Ana College. 22 hits and 75 at bats. Has scored 21 runs, 5 extra base hits, 3 of them doubles and 2 triples, 10 RBIs. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Change up. Below the knees. Got him to chase for a strike. 2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. No score. Just 1 hit on the board, and that was the Miners. Tyler Wolf getting that single back in the top of the first inning. 2-1. Swung on and missed again. Same location, different pitch. Cutter that time. 2-2. Warren, a very confident pitcher, but as you heard in our pregame profile, a guy that Eli Morgan has noticed how much work he has put in. Try and get back to where he wants to be, as that one's fouled. Chopped on a chop down the first baseline. Count remains 2-2.
And not just someone who is so confident, someone who actually really cares about how well he does out there. Eli Morgan also stating that he doesn't like to lose. He gets frustrated with himself when he doesn't pitch well. So far, pitching well to start the game here.
Zach Warren from the windup, and here's the 2-2 pitch. And this one chopped again. Same spot down that first baseline foul. Count's still 2-2. Chinooks, as I was trying to finish saying, wearing the red jerseys today with the navy blue lettering and numbers, white trim, white pants. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Got him with the curveball below the knees and on the outside quarter for strike 3. Another strikeout for Zach Warren, already his second of the contest. We head to the second in a scoreless game here in Chugiak. You're listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by human error? The Matsu Miners have joined the movement to spread the public's awareness to these dangerous natural disasters. Whatever your reason for lighting a fire is, always do so responsibly. For questions on burning in the Matsu area, or to learn how to acquire a burn permit, call 907-761-6338 or visit www.forestry.alaska.gov. Because as Smokey Bear would say, only you can prevent wildfires. No one's back to the hill. He will face 6, 7, and 8 in the Miners order. Here in the second, a scoreless game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Miners, and all zeros across the board for the Chinooks. First pitch from Caden Owens is popped up into short right field. Going to be a tough play for everyone. Holt Davis going back there, not going to get there. Tanner Nishioka takes a big wind around first base, but will stay right there, as that was a blooper and landed nicely down the line. Second hit of the game for the Miners. They get a no-out base runner this inning. Now that'll bring up J.J. Hancock.
Good piece of hitting there by Nishioka, taking it the other way, and it was a flare that was tough for anyone to make a play on out there. Leadoff base hit for the Miners.
Hancock going to bunt down the third base line. It is a good one. Cromwell will field it in time and get the out. Cromwell very aware that time. J.J. Hancock, the guy that can really swing the bat, has a lot of pop. Decided to lay down the bunt there, and it was well placed. So now 1 out, runner on second base, and that'll bring up Connor Wanhanen here in the top of the second. Connor Wanhanen so far with 5 hits and 37 at-bats, playing in game number 12 of this 2015 ABL campaign. Swung on and missed. Strike 1, fastball thrown by Wanhanen. 0-1. Wanhanen also has driven in 2 RBIs and has been hit by 1 pitch. Struck out 8 times. 2 stolen bases. 0-1 is low for a ball. Change up from Owens. Count now 1-1. J.J. Hancock, we mentioned the sacrifice bunt and being a bit surprising. That is his first. He has not had a sacrifice fly on the season. That is his second sacrifice bunt. So not only is a good bat, but can lay down a bunt when he needs to for his team. 1-1. And Wanhanen tried to check his swing. Did he? He did not. Says home plate umpire James Ainsworth. It will be strike 2 on him. Chased the high fastball that was up and in around the hands. Count 1-2. Beautiful day for baseball here in Chugiak, the last meeting between these two teams here at Lee Jordan Field this season. Owens takes a look towards second. 1-2 is line towards left. Going back is Baronic. He will make the catch. Nishioka will retreat to second. So runners still in scoring position. And now 2 outs in the inning. That will bring up Caleb Wood.
Ball hit very hard off the bat of Juan Hannen, but unfortunately got a little too much air under it. An easy play out left for Baronic, and then going back to second now is Nishioka with 2 outs. Miners trying to plate him with 2 outs here in the inning.
Caleb Wood, the player of the game from yesterday. Him and the runner on second base, Tanner Nishioka, both had good bids to get that honor yesterday. First pitch is low and inside. Slider from Owens, count on 1-0. Caleb Wood drove in the go-ahead run in that 7th inning, an RBI single that plated Nishioka. Owens long look towards second, 1-0. Is outside for a ball. Count 2-0 on Wood. 2 hits total in the day for the Gonzaga product yesterday, not just that one in the 7th inning that was a single to left that drove in the go-ahead run, gave the Miners a 3-2 lead after they trailed most of the game yesterday, 2-0. 2-0. Outside for a ball. Andrew Mogg was able to keep it in front of him, though, 3-0. Owens taking a look in. Missed his mark on the last pitch. Mogg looked like he wanted it inside. It flew outside from the batter, Caleb Wood. He's way ahead in the count, 3-0. And that one's up high for a ball. Caleb Wood, 4-pitch walk. He will draw in this 2nd inning. His 5th walk drawn of the season. 2 outs, now 2 on. As Wood goes over to first, and that'll bring up Brick Paskowitz.
Coming into the year, Caden Owens only walked 2 Matsu Miners in his 3 appearances. So far, he already has that many here by the top of the 2nd inning.
Paskowitz 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 1st to lead off this contest. High lofting curveball falls in right around the belt for a strike. 0-1. The only strikeout of the first 9 batters faced for Caden Owens was against Brick Paskowitz. Takes a look towards second. Nishioka's taking off for third. They're going to throw over to second. The ball's going to get into center field. Nishioka's going to come in to score, and that will give the Miners a 1-0 lead as it was a double steal. Caleb Wood got a late start, but no one covering the bag. Andrew Mogg decided to throw down, but neither Hanks nor Bass could get there in time. All in all, Nishioka was able to get the third easily. He had a great jump and then able to come home. Miners take an early 1-0 lead here in the 2nd.
Just the first error of the season by Mogg, and it plates a run for the Miners. Comes with 2 outs. So the damage really been done here in the inning.
Chinooks have been able to plate 1st inning runs in their past 2 games against the Miners, not today. And now the Miners jump out to the early lead this time. Swing and miss. Swung right through the fastball. Does Brick Paskowitz 1-2. 9 RBIs driven in on the season. 6 extra base hits in all. 5 doubles and a triple. And that triple was inches away from being a home run at Herman Brothers Field. Hit off the wall and right. Owens, a couple looks towards second. 2-2 is popped up. And Paskowitz knows it's going to stay in play. It will be caught by Patrick Cromwell in foul territory to retire the side. But the throwing error by Andrew Mogg that ends up in center field plates Tanner Nishioka, and the Miners take a 1-0 lead here heading to the bottom of the 2nd. You're listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. Looking for ways to get closer to the Valley's team? Now you can. Like the Matsu Miners page on Facebook. You can also follow them on Twitter at ABL Miners. Get more connected with your Miners today. Good news on the social media front. Here, the Matsu Miners account reaching 400 followers today, which is one of the goals. We set out to get at least 400 followers. It's gone up over 100 since the start of this season. So thank you for following the Matsu Miners on Twitter. First pitch from Zach Warren is a called strike with a fastball on the outside corner to Mogg, 0-1. Another fastball, this one low. Out 1-1. Andrew Mogg pinch hit in that 9th inning yesterday and drove in his 16th RBI of the season with an RBI single to left. 1-1. Pop foul and out of play by Mogg. Count now 1-2. Mogg, driving in that 16th RBI, is good for second in the league behind Stefan Trosclair of the Anchorage Bucks, who has 20 runs driven in. This one's chopped to the plate. Foul. Count remains 1-2. Mogg coming in with a .269 average, 18 hits and 67 at-bats, 4 doubles, 2 homers for him, and has drawn 10 walks, along with those 16 RBIs. Curveball chopped to the plate. Mogg barely staying alive here. Count now 1-2. Zach Warren had an efficient first inning, was able to get 2 strikeouts, one of them the looking variety and one of them the swinging variety. 1-2 is lined towards the right center field gap. Both outfielders on their horse, not going to get there. Brick Paskowitz will go get it near the wall. Throw into Caleb Wood, but it is a leadoff double here to begin this bottom of the 2nd inning for Andrew Mogg. And the Chinooks in business here for trying to drive one in. Nobody out. And that will bring up David Martin.
Talk about a thorn in the side of the Miners. It seems like every time Andrew Mogg steps to the plate against the Miners, hitting the ball in a gap somewhere. Another one here, another double for him. Runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the inning.
Andrew Mogg and Cameron Moronic, those 3 and 4 hitters, have been very solid hitters on the season, and especially good against the Miners. I'll bring up David Martin. His first home run of the season the other night. And he squares the bunt and gets it down that third base line. Nygaard will charge it. The throw to first. Got him by a step. But easily moving over is Andrew Mogg to third. One gone here in the bottom of the 2nd. And I'll bring up Holt Davis. Davis struck out in the 9th inning yesterday. Came in replace of Michael Staudinger, who had that scary moment yesterday in that double play attempt in which he tripped over the bag, it seemed. Was able to get up, stayed in for an inning, but then was pulled for Holt Davis. Swinging and missing at that first pitch is Davis on a cutter, 0-1. Davis on the season comes in at .236 average, 9 RBIs, no homers. 0-1. Swung on and missed. Fastball, low and away. Count now 0-2. Warren trying to retire Davis here. Sacrifice fly option is still available with only 1 out here in the inning. Warren from the stretch. And here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Got him to swing through 3 straight fastballs. And Holt Davis strikes out once again. 24th strikeout of the season now for Holt Davis. 3rd of the game for Warren, and that will leave the inning up to Will Bass, the second baseman. As you can hear, the roar in the crowd is evidently Will Bass's birthday today. He would like to get a single here and drive in one to tie this game. Ball outside. 1-0 the count. Will Bass comes in with 18 hits and 97 at-bats, playing in his 29th game for the Chinooks. Only 1 game he has taken off This is the 30th game the Chinooks have played on the season. Tapper to Warren. He'll make the throw to first in time to get Will Bass, who was hustling down the first baseline. Big out, and Zach Warren pumps his fist as he gets out of the leadoff double jam. Mogg will not come in to score. We head to the third. 1-0 Miners still out in front. You're listening to Miners Baseball. Summer is the perfect opportunity to work on your golf game. The Palmer Golf Course is located right in the heart of Palmer, just about 2 miles from Herman Brothers Field. Call 907-745-4653 today for more information. 2, 3, and 4 up in the order for the Miners against Caden Owens. A run charged to him back in the second inning, giving the Miners the 1-0 lead. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Miners. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Chinooks. First pitch from Caden Owens is pop foul out of play by Tyler Wolf. Count now 0-1. Wolf was able to single back in that first inning, but was ultimately stranded. Caden Owens. Long look in. 0-1 pitch. And this one is a hanging curveball hit well to left field. Going back, still going back is Baranek. He will not get it as it goes all the way to the wall. Tyler Wolf will glide into second with a double. A hanging breaking ball from Caden Owens. And you could hear that one, I'm sure, back home. It was hit hard to left field. Double for Tyler Wolf. Another extra base hit on the season for him. That is his third double and third extra base hit. Now bring up Alex Caruso.
Maybe the most solid ball he's connected with all season long is on a hanging curveball. Usually you'd think that on a fastball, but he saw a curveball hanging out of the plate, and he drove it right down the left field line for a double.
Third hit of the game for the Miners. Owens takes a look towards second. Now ready. Here's the pitch. And Caruso tries to bunt, popped it straight up. Andrew Mogg can't find it, though, and it will land foul. 0-1 the count on Caruso, who grounded into a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Miners able to get 2 on in the first. They were stranded. Only stranded 1 in the second inning. Now a runner on here in the third after the Tyler Wolf double. Owens takes a look towards second. Another look towards second. Here's the 0-1. Caruso is going to show bunt again. Count now 1-1. And so Hunter Hanks cheating a little towards second, just in case they come to cover the bag. 1-1. And taking another ball, low and in, is Caruso. A curveball. And base umpire Jim Leiser says he did not go. Count 2-1. Caden Owens, very tough guy. He's been battling through an injury, a broken right hand. And pitching today, all season long he's had this injury. That one's bunted towards the first base line. Owens will get to it, throw to Will Bass to record the out. It's now 1 gone here in the top of the third inning. As easily moving over to third is Tyler Wolf. That'll bring up Matt DiOrio.
A sacrifice bunt there by Caruso. The Miners showing they're not afraid to use anybody in the lineup to do that. And in order to execute runs, they'll use anybody to put a bunt down at any time. They do that here with Caruso. A runner on third, just one man out.
First one was successful in getting a runner in scoring position. Taking the ball low on the curveball is Matt DiOrio 1-0. And this has to be an emotional game as well for Caden Owens, who actually, sadly, is being sent home on Tuesday. So playing in his last game here. It's ball low, the fastball. Count out 2-0. His last game, because he is going to get surgery on that broken right hand. We feel for him, as his Alaska season going to be cut a little shorter than he would have liked and the Chinooks would have liked.
Certainly hope for a speedy recovery for him as well.
2-0. Called strike with curveball. Count now 2-1 on Matt DiOrio, who walked back in the first inning. Tyler Wolf still on third. Small lead over there. One out here in the top of the third. DiOrio trying to drive him in and takes a ball outside. Count now 3-1. In position again to draw another walk is DiOrio, who was issued his 12th walk of the season back in the first. Count 3-1, and this one is popped up sky high on the infield. Holt Davis calling everyone off, still calling everyone off, and he will make the catch, ranging just a bit to his right. Big out for Caden Owens there. Now 2 gone in this third inning. Now bring up Niles Nygaard.
So you mentioned a big out for him now. Just needs 1 out now to get out of the inning. And Strand, the leadoff hitter, and Tyler Wolf, who had a double to start the inning, kind of mirroring the image of the top half of the first inning.
Fly out to left in his first at bat for Nygaard. He's 0-for-1. Fastball up high from Owens. Count 1-0. He'll take a hit here or an error of some sort to drive in another run. 1-0. Nice curveball from Owens. Missed outside, though, as he tried to backdoor him. 2-0 the count. Nygaard with 5 RBIs on the season. Up to drive in number 6 here. 2-0. And this one's hit hard towards short. Should be an easy play for Hunter Hanks. Throws to first and retires Nygaard. Stranded at third is Tyler Wolf after the leadoff double. We head to the bottom of the third here in Chugiak. Miners 1, Chinooks nothing on your home for Miners baseball. Eight, 9, and 1 due up in the order for the Chinooks here in the bottom of the third, trailing 1-0 to the Miners. Zach Warren back to the hill. Got himself out of a jam with a runner on third. Getting Will Bass to ground out to him to end the inning. Ball outside with a cutter. 1-0. Hunter Hanks in his first at-bat of the day. Chops it back right to Warren. Should be an easy play. Flips to first. And 1 gone quickly here in the bottom of the third on just 2 pitches from Zach Warren. I'll bring up Jacob Brobst. Brobst, a guy trying to make a push towards getting on the All-Star squad for the Chinooks. Fastball outside for a ball. 1-0. Comes in with a 290 average, playing in his 23rd game. This is his 70th at bat of the season. His 20 hits, 9 runs driven in. 3 RBIs. He scored 9 runs. It's a ball outside. Cutter. Just missed the outside corner from Warren. 2-0. He's drawn 10 walks and has struck out 19 times. 2-0. And fouled straight back by Brobst. 2-1. Young man out of Ohio State, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's a junior there. And plays at the home of the baseball field, the Buckeyes, named after Nick Swisher. Missing low for a ball is Warren, counting out 3-1. And Ohio State had a good season this past year in the collegiate ranks, not making the College World Series, but did go 35-20. That's a ball low, and he will draw a walk. The 11th time this season he's reached base via a walk for Brobst, and that'll bring up Patrick Cromwell.
Just the first walk issued by Warren here in the bottom half of the third inning. Been cruise control for most of this one, aside from the double allowed to Andrew Mogg in the top of the second.
And so Patrick Cromwell, who grounded out back in the first, will step in out of Santa Ana College, just like his batter, two guys behind him, Cameron Boronik in the batting order for the Chinook squad. Ball low from Warren, the fastball, 1-0. Wind swirling today just a bit. It is blowing out, but occasionally towards left center field and sometimes towards right center field. Warren takes a look towards first. Here's the 1-0, and that's inside for a ball to Cromwell. 2-0. Cromwell just finished up his freshman season at Santa Ana College. Is J.J. Hancock going to go out and have a quick chat with his pitcher, Zach Warren? 2-0 the count on Cromwell. Just issued a walk to Jacob Brobst. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Miners. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Chinooks. Nice crowd on hand for today's game. There was 909 at Herman Brothers Field yesterday. But a good crowd out here for this early evening on a Sunday. Missing inside is Zach Warren, 3-0. And Zach Warren, in fact, pitching on his 3rd consecutive Sunday, getting the start 2 weeks ago here in Chugiak and starting at home against the Bucks last Sunday. 3-0. Just missed inside with a cutter. And so 2 straight walks issued by Warren. Wasn't happy about that last ball call from home plate umpire James Ainsworth. Now the pitching coach, Matt Greeley, going to come out and have a quick chat here with Warren and Hancock. Zach Warren here having just a little trouble finding the strike zone in this bottom of the 3rd inning.
To this point, it allowed a single walk, but now back-to-back walks issued in a 1-0 ball game. You got to eliminate the base runners as much as you possibly can. Sure, that's what pitching coach Matt Greeley is telling him on the hill right now, just to calm down a little bit. He had his stuff going up to that point. He's been pitching pretty effectively to that point with 3 strikeouts as well, trying to keep the game exactly where it's at this moment.
Want to learn more about your Matsu Miners? Visit their website at www.matsuminers.org. Provides you with schedules, stats, rosters, upcoming events, and more. MatsuMiners.org, the official website of the Matsu Miners. Long meeting at the mound. It's Matt Ferrudo about to come to the plate. He struck out in the bottom of the 1st inning, looking. One of 3 strikeout victims so far for Zach Warren. The timing on the meeting was very good from the pitching coach, Matt Greeley, just to make sure his southpaw is okay out there. Now Zach Warren ready from the stretch. Here's the first pitch to Ferrudo. Is low for a ball. The fastball. 1-0. Rudo was a guy that had his average over 300 for an extended period of time at the beginning of the season, had a hitting streak going and everything. Just has been starting to slip back as the season has gone on. Nice cutter from Warren. Count 1-1. But he can change all that right here if he is able to get a hit, possibly knock one in. Good speed at second, and Jacob Brobst. 1-1. Is just below the knees. It was on the inside corner. The fastball just missed. 2-1. We mentioned that wind swirling is now even blowing in here today. The cloudy to partly sunny conditions. Again, a threat of rain was in the forecast, but nothing has come of it. Has been the way that this Alaska summer has really been. Not a lot of rain at all. But Kyle and I have heard of the rain out east a lot more than here. Takes a look towards second. Now the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Nice curveball. That hit the knees on the inside corner. 2-2. Miners playing double play depth. Outfield essentially straight away, except Caruso shaded ever so slightly towards the right center field gap. On the designated hitter out of UAB. 2-2 pitch. Curveball again and is fouled towards the Miners dugout on the ground. Count remains 2-2.
Ferruto trying to slap that one the other way in the hole between first and second, but got a little bit out in front of that one. Slaps it foul. Now I have a 2-2 count on him again.
Takes a look towards first. The runners aren't being held. 2-2. Is grounded up the middle. This could be two. Caleb Wood flips the second for one. On to first. Got him at first. 4-6-3 double play is just what the doctor ordered for Zach Warren to retire the side. As we head to the fourth, Kyle Howard will take over the play-by-play duties for the middle innings. You're listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network.
The Miners spend their mornings lifting, running, and staying in shape by visiting the Alaska Baseball Club. They visit them in Anchorage, Eagle River, Fairbanks, Juneau, and the Matsu Valley. Visit www.thealaskaclub.com. We head now to the top of the fourth inning. Tanner Nishioka digs in. First pitch to Nishioka, taken upstairs and away for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes from Caden Owens. Owens will wind and deliver the 1-0. Fastball at the knees for a called strike. 2 balls and no strikes on Tanner tonight. Tanner had a single and came around to score back in the second inning. That was on double steal attempt. The ball got into center field when he come around to score. Takes a changeup at the knees this time for a called strike. 2-1 to him now. Outfield and infield going to play straight away against Tanner. Right-handed batter against the lefty Caden Owens. Here's the 2-1. Try to get a backdoor curveball over. Couldn't get it to go. It'll make a 3-1 count now to lead off hitting Tanner Nishioka. We're at 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order for the Miners this inning. Popped in the air to the right side. Holt Davis giving chase in foul ground. And this one's going to get out of play. Goes foul out of play by the Miners dugout. So now a full count coming to Tanner Nishioka. Tanner at first base tonight. Been playing there a lot recently. Doing a fine job there. Last night sparked a rally and a diving catch. Here's a pitch. Line drive into right center field. That's going to get down. That one's going all the way to the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is Tanner. They're going to wave him around second base. On his way to third. The throw comes in, and the throw was way late for a second. The throw held by the cutoff man, Will Bass. But the throw comes in onto third base with a triple to start the inning as Tanner Nishioka. What a start to the inning for him.
That was a sneaky good triple there for Tanner Nishioka. A ball that looked like at first off the bat might just be a single, but it just kind of kept floating more and more towards that right center field gap in the air, and David Morton had a real struggle trying to get to it. Couldn't get to it till got all the way to the wall. And by that time, you know Nishioka has the speed. He's going to be able to get around to third base. He was able to do so. Nice leadoff triple.
Second triple of the year for him. This one lined in the right center field gap by J.J. Hancock. And catching it in deep right field is the center fielder. He'll relay the throw in. Out in center field, David Morton makes the catch in the right center field gap, but the run comes home to score on the sacrifice fly. Ball blown deep to right field, and 2-0 the Miners lead it as we're in the fourth inning now. Top of the fourth inning, the Miners plating one here. First two batters of the inning on a sacrifice fly. That brings up Connor Wanhanen. Squares around a bunt, pulls back, but takes it off his shoulder. A hit batsman. And a one-out base runner for the Miners after, again, a triple starts the inning in the right center field gap. First pitch swinging, J.J. Hancock hits a ball deep to right center field in about the same spot. Morton able to flag that one down. A run comes home to score.
Not a very good 3 pitches there to start off this inning for Caden Owens. The first one, the triple. The second one was an absolute screamer off the bat of J.J. Hancock. Looked like it was going to be close to home run territory.
This one's slapped foul by Caleb Wood. Caleb batting for the second time today as well. Back in the top of the second inning would walk and also steal second base. RBI number 4 just a moment ago by Hancock on the sacrifice fly to deep right. His first sacrifice fly of the year as well in that department. Pitch taken low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. On first base is Connor Wanhanen, who was hit by a pitch. Here's the 1-1. Fastball low and away this time. 2 balls in, 1 strike. Waving the bat around is Caleb Wood, the hero of last night. Looking to be a hero again and put the ball in the gap and score another run. A 2-0 ball game here. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to get by the third baseman Cromwell into left field. Another base hit for Caleb Wood. How about 3 in his last 4 at-bats? And he's really starting to heat up.
That was another sneaky good single that time for the Miners. A hard hit ball, which has been really the probably most concerning thing for the Chinooks. And looking at it, all these balls have been hit hard too. Even some of the foul balls from Caleb Wood in that at-bat were hit hard. Another hard ground ball that Cromwell couldn't get to. Now 2 on, and still just 1 out. Already 1 run in here for the Miners.
Look back at the runner at second. The first pitch to Brick Pasco was taken outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Brick. Brick 0 for 2 in the day. Struck out swinging in the first. Also popped up to the third base side his last time up in the second. He bats with 1 man out. A runner already home. 2-0 Miners. He has runners on first and second also. Coming set with it is Caden Owens. The lefty on lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Line drive down the right field line. That's getting down. That's going to the wall. Rounding third and scoring is Wanhanen. Now rounding third and coming around. The throw in will not come to home plate. Another triple scores another run. 2 runs make that as Wood crosses the plate. Brick Paskowitz delivers here down the right field line with a 2-run triple. The Miners have plated 3 runs here in the inning. They lead it 4-0.
Another ball just laced into the corner by Brick Paskowitz that time. Nice piece of hitting. Another hard hit ball, the 4th hard hit ball of this inning, as it was the 4th hit for the Miners. They just keep on going. And that's going to be it for Caden Owens, it looks like here, Kyle.
That was after he will exit the ballgame after allowing triple number 3 on this season and RBIs 8 and 9 for Brick Paskowitz. We'll have a new pitcher in just a moment. We'll come back with more Matsu Miners baseball in a moment. 4-0 Miners, and we're in the top of the 4th inning. Listen to Matsu Miners baseball, the Matsu Miners Radio Network. The night is done for Caden Owens. It's unfortunate for him. Could potentially be the last time he heads to the mound. Pitching 3 1/3 innings, allowing 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, while striking out 1 and walking 2. He's also responsible for the runner on third base and Brick Paskowitz. The new pitcher going to be right-hander Grant Page. Started against the Miners this season. He's 5'9", 170-pound freshman at Stephen F. Austin State University. He's 1-2 in the year. The 3.60 earned run average in 7 games, 5 of those starts, working 30 innings, allowing 32 hits while striking out 8 and walking 16. Base is Tyler Wolf here with a runner on third base. Nobody out. Delivers a first pitch ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Fastball runs up and in on him. 2 balls and no strikes to Wolf. Wolf having a great day at the plate as well. He singled his first time up and also doubled and was left stranded at third base back in the 3rd. Like the single here to drive home a run here. Curveball gets the outer edge this time. It's 2-1. Just the guy you'd want at the plate right here in this situation to maybe play another run. 3 already across this inning. 4-0 Miners here in the top of the 4th. Curveball is hanging this time, but just a little bit high from Grant Page. 3-1 now to the first batter he faces and Tyler Wolf. Here's the 3-1. Fastball runs inside. Ball 4 onto Tyler Wolf. First batter he faces is a walk. So now runners will be on the corners with 1 man out for Alex Caruso as the infield will move to double play depth. Caruso not an easy guy to double off though. They attempted that once tonight, but he was safe at first base. He bats in a similar situation here, trying to plate another run. His team on top, 4-0. The right-hander Page from the stretch looks back the runner at first. Now he delivers. Change up in there at the letters for a called strike. It's 0-1. Caruso officially 0 for 1. Had a sacrifice bunt his last time up and also grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 1st. The 0-1 to Caruso. Fastball moves outside. Pulls Mogg out of the box a little bit. 1-1 on the count now. 1 man out. Top of the 4th inning. 4-0 Matsu Miners. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for them. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. As Page comes set, looks back the runner at first. Now he comes home. Fly ball hit to left. Baronic looks like he has it in his tracks. He comes in a couple steps. He's going to deliver home now. The throw will be cut off by third baseman Cromwell, and they're going to have Tyler Wolf caught between first and third. Now they're going to throw over to Holt Davis. They have him in a jam. They're going to throw over to third base. They're going to try home plate to throw home, and Brick Paskowitz drilled at the plate. They tried to get the runner caught in a run down and maybe bring home a run. But Cromwell, an alert play to try to nip the guy at third, and he gets the ball back at third base as he throws home to nail Andrew Mogg, or to nail Brick Paskowitz, make that the throw to Andrew Mogg. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning after the Miners played 3 runs. 4-0 Matsu Miners right here in your Matsu Miners Radio Network. Cameron Baronic will lead things off for the Chinooks, finding themselves down 4-0 against Zach Warren. Miners playing 3 runs in the top half of the 4th inning, thanks to a couple of triples in the inning. One off the bat of Nishioka, one off the bat of Brick Paskowitz. First pitch, a slider that gets the outer edge, a called strike, 0-1 from Zach Warren against Baronic. Baronic struck out swinging his first time up. Here's the 0-1. Tried again with the slider this time, moves a little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cam. Baronic out in left field tonight. Ready on the 1-1. Swing and a miss. This time a fastball gets him behind the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield and infield going to play straight away for the lefty Baronic. Here's the wind and the 1-2 from Warren. This time a curveball gets a little bit up too high. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Zach. He chops this one on the ground.
Cameron Baronic being retired in the first time that they've been able to retire him since that Thursday game. He had a fantastic night last night. Did technically reach on an error, but still reaching base nonetheless. Had 1 extra base hit and 2 singles. The Chinooks fell in that game 5-3, though.
Zach Warren ready with the 1-2. He winds and fires. Chop to the right side. It's going out of play down the first baseline. Picking up in foul ground is Nishioka. That'll be 1-2 again to Baronic. Warren from the windup. Looks in for the sign. Now he delivers. The 1-2. Chopped on the third base side this time. This one's going foul. So again, it's Baronic barely staying alive. Foul and pitches off. So a 1-2 count coming to him in a second. Warren trying to retire the first man of the inning. He winds and delivers the 1-2. Fastball misses low this time. 2-2 on Baronic. Shaking off the signs is Warren now. Looking in for the sign now this time. Now he's going to wind and deliver the 2-2. Line drive up the middle. That's a base hit. Picking it up in short center field is Caruso. He fires in the infield. A leadoff base hit by Baronic. Bronick coming into now a 6th game of play this year. After coming off the injury, that is. He started the year very well, was then injured, came in. Now his last 6 games playing very well with a base hit here, 3 hits last night. Now continues his success here with the base hit.
And it was another hard hit ball. It seems like everything that's coming off the bat right now from him is flying off the bat. Really seeing the ball well.
First pitch slider gets the outer edge for a called strike. This to Andrew Mogg. Mogg had the big hit for the Chinooks to this point. That was a double on the right center field gap, and that was his last time up. Here's a pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Should be playable out in left field for Juan Hanen. Coming out toward the left center field gap, and now coming in a few steps to make the catch is Juan Hanen. Out number 1 here in the inning. Back to first base goes Bronick. So with 1 man out, it'll be time for David Morton to step to the plate. David had a sacrifice bunt to move Andrew Mogg to third base his last time up.
Good out there to get Andrew Mogg because he's hitting the ball very well as well. Got him to get underneath that curveball and fly it to left for the easy out.
Coming ready now and throwing the slider here to Morton is Warren here, 0-1 count. Tanner Nishioka going to hold Bronick at first base. As Warren looks him back, now delivers. Curveball down the dirt and on to second base as the ball gets away from Hancock. On to second base goes Bronick. Not sure if they'll score that a wild pitch or a pass ball. Most likely a wild pitch ball getting down the dirt first. But nonetheless, a runner on second base, 1 man out for the Chinooks, trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. Line drive, caught on a dive by Tanner Nishioka. He'll flip onto second base in a play that was very similar to the one he made last night to spark a rally. What a play for Tanner Nishioka, diving and then firing over to Tyler Wolf again. The same 2 players involved in the double play last night. They do it again here to end the inning. We move to the top of the 5th inning. 4-0 Matsu Miners on your home for Matsu Miners baseball on the Matsu Miners Radio Network. For up-to-date scores, schedules, rosters, and much more, visit www.alaskabaseballleague.com, your home for everything ABL. Matt DiOrio leads things off for the Miners. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The Miners lead it 4-0 over the Chinooks. First pitch, a fastball, misses inside of DiOrio. It's from Grant Page, who working in now in his first full inning of work. Came in to relieve Caden Owens in the top of the 4th inning, a 3-run 4th inning for the Miners. Fastball missing low this time. 2-0 now to Matt DiOrio. DiOrio reached in a walk his first time up in the first and also popped up to the first baseman back in the third. Now fastball misses low in the dirt again. 3-0 from Grant Page. Outfield and infield going to play straight away for the lefty DiOrio. Here's a pitch. Fastball misses upstairs. A 4-pitch walk issued to DiOrio, his second of the evening. And now Niles Nygaard steps up.
Doesn't look like they want much to do with Matt DiOrio today. A guy that's been hitting the ball very well all season long, but especially of late. He'll take the easy walk, though, and trot down to first.
Niles Nygaard, the right-handed hitting third baseman, takes a first pitch fastball, missing inside, 1-0 to him. Niles 0 for 2 in the night, flew out to left his first time up and also grounded to the shortstop. Short lead at first for Matt DiOrio. He's being held on by Holt Davis. Here's the 1-0. Curveball gets the inner edge this time. The letters, one ball, one strike now to Nygaard. Infield moving to double play depth. Center fielder Morton playing toward the right center field gap on a late shift for him. The 1-1 from Page. Curveball gets the outer edge this time, and about the same location as far as the elevation of it. This time getting getting the other side of the plate though. 1-2 now to Niles Nygaard. Runner on first, that's DiOrio. He restarted the inning with a walk. Now Page has a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Looping curveball that misses high and inside. 2-ball, 2-strike count to Niles. Grant Page, the righty. Gets the righty Niles Nygaard here. 2-2 pitch. Here's a delivery. Ground ball to the right side. Should be playable toward the first base bag for Bass. He flips on to first, gets the out, but on to second base goes Matt DiOrio. So if there's such thing as a productive out, that's one right there. It moves the runner over to second base, and one man out for Tanner Nishioka now.
Definitely not the result he wanted, but just as good as the sacrificed bunt. The Miners have been playing a lot of small ball today, but they're not putting up small ball like numbers right now. 4-0 in this contest early on. Already seen them utilizing the sacrifice bunt, and the skipper, Ben Taylor, a guy that if he feels he needs to use small ball to start to get the offense going, which they have been going this past week, and even the week before that have been going. So using it occasionally is always good.
Here's a ground ball to short. Fielding and throwing across the infield, an easy play there made by the shortstop Hunter Hanks. Took a curveball straight at Hunter Hanks, but it does still advance the runner, Matt DiOrio, who is moving with the pitch. Runner stands on third base. 2 outs now for J.J. Hancock. Hancock with the sacrifice fly to deep right field his last time up. That was in the 3-run top of the 4th inning. The Miners have 4 runs now. Fastball missing inside. 1 ball, no strikes to J.J. J.J. getting his 4th run batted in, that sacrifice fly at bat. 2 sacrifice attempts for him today, also having a sacrifice bunt back in the 2nd inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside. 2 ball, no strike count to J.J. From Kennewick, Washington. Now taking a breather and coming set is Grant Page. The runner on third base, 2 men out. A 4-0 score. The Miners are on top. Fastball misses low in the dirt. Andrew Mogg picks it up quickly, though. 3-0 coming to J.J. Hancock. Thanks for tuning in tonight from wherever you may be across the United States or around the world. 4-0 Miners lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Got a little bit of a delayed start tonight. Started about 15 minutes late, but we're here in the top of the 5th inning now, a 4-0 score. Here's a 3-0. This time a fastball gets the edge. 3-1 now to the left-handed hitting J.J. Hancock. In center field, Morton playing slightly toward the right center field gap again. Everyone else straight away. Here's a 3-1. Fly ball hit the right field and shallow, but coming in on it, making a catch out in shallow right field is Jacob Brooks to end the inning. Miners get a leadoff walk to start the inning, but he's left stranded at third. Head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 4-0 Miners right here in your home for Miners baseball, the Matsu Miners Radio Network. Bottom of the fifth here in Chugiak, 4-0 Matsu Miners. Zach Warren looking for his fifth inning of work to try to finish that one off. Done very well so far, allowing no runs, 2 hits. And he's looking to keep it right where it's at. The last start he got a loss here. He allowed just 1 run, but the Miners were shut out that night 2-0. Swing and a miss. First pitch on a curveball here from the lefty Zach Warren.
And he's been able to work around 2 dangerous hitters. The Andrew Mogg double and was able to get to third, but not able to come in. Great job by Zach Warren.
This time a fastball missing low and away for a ball to Holt Davis. Davis struck out swinging his first time up. Warren looking for another strikeout victim here. Here's a flare off the end of the bat. It's going to fall right in front of Tyler Wolf. Will have to make a quick throw across the infield, and a bang play gets Holt Davis by a half a step. Believe it might have shattered the bat a little bit as it hit the very end of the bat. Out at first base goes Holt Davis. He's retired here for out number 1 here in the inning.
It was definitely a weird play because it looked like he was dialed into that pitch. Whatever it was, his contact was right, but he was not expecting it and didn't even really finish his swing. Could have partially been, too, because of the bat cracking, but weird swing. Wolf able to get him by a step, though.
First pitch fastball misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to Will Bass. Bass grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. He's back in the second inning. Swing and a miss on a fastball here. Blew him away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bass bats from the left side against the lefty Zach Warren. Here's the 1-1. Started to score on a bunt, but pulled back immediately and takes a ball down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Outfield and infield going to play straight away on Will. Zach Warren toes the rubber again. The lefty from Vineland, New Jersey. Delivers a slider this time. Misses a swing and miss, 2-2 evens the count. Vineland, New Jersey, also the hometown of the Los Angeles Angels make that. Their center fielder, Mike Trout. Line drive in the left center field gap. That's going into the gap and all the way to the wall. Rounding first and heading to second base. Now picking up, sliding is Caruso. On to second base with a stand-up double is Will Bass. His first hit of the night. And the Chinooks have a runner in scoring position with just 1 out.
That was a well-hit ball tattooed by Will Bass. Really got to give a shout-out to Alex Caruso there, who made a sliding play in left center field. If he did not do that, stopping the ball, that would have gotten all the way to the wall. And with Will Bass's speed, that would have been an easy triple. But Caruso there with his extra effort keeps Bass at second base. Solid job there by Caruso.
First pitch in there for a called strike. It's an 0-1 count now to Hunter Hanks. Here's a pitch. Chop to the third base side, going foul again down the left field line. 0-2 now to Hanks. Hunter also grounded the pitcher his last time up. Standing on second, Will Bass. 0-2 coming now to Hunter Hanks. They'll look back at the runner at second. Now the delivery. Popped up out on the right field line, out of play. A foul ball or home run does damage to your car. Visit the folks of the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com. Some long toss going on the Miners pin. Not sure if it's serious or not. Here's the 0-2 from Warren now, the delivery. Fastball runs inside, 1-2 now. Hunter Hanks, the shortstop. Center fielder Caruso playing shallow and way out in the right center field gap. There's a lot of space between left field and center field right now. Zach Warren comes set. They're going to try back at second base to pick off Bass, and safe is diving is Bass. Interesting thought there for Warren to try to nip him off second base after the leadoff double.
It was a close play. The snap throw landed right above the leg of Bass, and Wolf was able to get the tag down. A good scramble there from Bass to get back in time, just in the nick of time.
Here's the 1-2. Line on the right field line over the head of a jumping Tanner Nishioka. They're going to hold the runner at third base. The throw comes into first base. Just back safely was Hunter Hanks, a single for him. Moves the runner over to third base as well, so runners on the corner, just one man out for Jacob Ropst.
Hanks has been one of those players for the Chinooks that has had a really hard time hitting the ball this summer. A low average, and maybe that doesn't show the type of ability he has to swing the bat. But a very hard line drive there. It was good news for him to get a single. No RBI, though, because of the great job by Brick Paskowitz to get to that ball quickly and get it into Nishioka there. Another mound visit here, Kyle.
We're going to talk things over with him to make sure everybody's on the same page. It started off as a good inning for him, a quick out, and now has turned into a double and a single, and runners on the corners with just one man out. 4 hits now for the Chinooks against Warren tonight. So he's trying to keep the Chinooks held right where it's at right now in a 4-0 ball game. Right now up here, 70 pitches exactly, 45 of those for strikes, 25 of them for balls. And he hit, but the infield will stay to double play depth now, but just still realizing there could be just a ground ball double play to end the inning. That's happened tonight as well. Matter of fact, happened on a line out double play on the past inning. Similar to a play last night, and Tanner Nishioka made a dive that he was able to nip off a runner at second base. That happened again just last inning. Slider gets the edge, 0-1 now to Brobst. Jacob reached on a walk back in the third inning. At the time, the first walk issued by Warren. Zach comes set, looks back the runner first and fires. Fastball gets low in the dirt, but blocked well by J.J. Hancock. 1-1 now coming to Brobst. Caruso playing slightly toward the right center field gap again. Playing a late shift against Brobst. Short lead at first for Hunter Hanks. Here's a delivery. Fastball low in the dirt, and on to second base goes Hunter Hanks. Will be another wild pitch charge to Zach Warren tonight. But now with that, not only is it a wild pitch, it's a big wild pitch because there's 2 runners in scoring position with just one man out now.
And Zach Warren trying to throw that curveball to get Brobst out in front of it. 2 waste pitch possibilities there that he tossed in the dirt. Hancock not quite able to stop that one from advancing the runner. Hunter Hanks over to second. Now 2 runners in scoring position. And the Chinooks trying to make this game interesting. Looks like a comfortable lead for the Miners, but a hit here could really change things.
The infield moves to normal depth now. 2-1 pitch, misses low on a changeup. 3-1 the count to Brobst. Zach Warren in danger of loading the bases here with one man out. So he comes set. Ready now with the 3-1. He delivers. Chopped down the third base line. Niles Nygaard's going to have a play at the plate. He throws, and the tag is applied. He's out at home plate. Will Bass slides in. A nice play by Niles Nygaard. And it was a play that really had to be hit right there, I think. The ball was chopped in the infield, and charging came Nygaard. He fired while he was fielding the ball. The throw beat him by a mile. The only question was if he could apply the tag in time, and he does. May score that a 5-2 fielder's choice.
It was an interesting decision for Bass to take off and head home. We know he has a lot of speed there, but Nygaard was going to play that on one hop and has a good arm over there at third base, the hot corner. So you know he was going to be able to get to home plate quick enough. It just depended on the jump for Will Bass from third, which was not as good as he would have liked. Ultimately turned into being an easy play that time between Nygaard and Hancock to get Bass out and save a run from crossing the plate. Now a lot different situation, already 2 outs in the inning now instead of 1.
I check the runner at first base and nearly goes over the head of Nishioka. Brobst back safely. Brobst reached the board on the fielder's choice that would cut the runner off at home. Just had an interesting decision there as the ball was very shallow in third base. Easy throw for Nygaard. But it does prevent the run. Still a 4-0 score. Fly ball hit to left field toward the line. Racing is Wanhanen. Let this one go out of play. 0-1 now to Cromwell. Cromwell 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded to third to start the game. Also walked his last time up. Second walk of the time issued by Zach Warren. Here's a pitch. Shot back in front of the mound. It's going to roll on the first base side. They're going to stay on the line, make that, picking it up right in the nick of time and firing to first base is J.J. Hancock for the final out of the inning. So on a 5-2 fielder's choice and then a ground ball that stays on the first base line, the Miners are able to escape a jam that was second and third with just one man out. We head to the top of the sixth inning, 4-0 Miners, right here in your home for Miners Baseball, the Matsu Miners Radio Network. The Alaska Railroad and the Alaska chapter of Operation Lifesaver offer the following tips to rail-built neighbors and friends to stay track-wise and safe. Never race a trail to the crossing. Even if you tie, you lose. When you see a train approach, wait for it and go by before crossing the tracks. The only safe place to cross the railroad tracks is at a public crossing designated by the crossbook sign. First pitch lined right at the shortstop Hunter Hanks by Wanhanen. A one pitch out to start the inning by Grant Page. Good start by him. Another solidly hit ball by Wanhanen tonight. And again, right at somebody. Now the one out batter is going to be Caleb Wood. Caleb Wood, a single, and came around to score in the fourth inning. That was the 3-run fourth inning for the Miners, which they would go ahead 4-0 at the time. That's where we stand now as well as he squares around a bunt and pulls back. 1 ball, no strikes to him. Batting from the right side is Wood. Here's the pitch. Popped up down the first base line. That's getting out of play.
And the foul ball sponsored by the Chinook Shack.
1-1 now to Wood. Wood taps the plate with his bat. Awaits the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down low. 2-1 count. Top of the sixth inning here in Chugiak. 4-0 Miners. Ground ball up the middle. Going to be fielded behind the bag and throwing across the infield is the shortstop Hunter Hanks in time for the out. Quickly 2 men out here for Grant Page in the top of the sixth inning. That'll bring up Brick Paskowitz.
Page has been able to restore order well after Caden Owens was tattooed a bit in that top of the fourth inning and had to be removed. A starter normally for this team, but coming out of the bullpen in this case.
First pitch low, misses to Brick Paskowitz, 1-0 to him. Bottom half of the sixth inning, we'll have the Palmer Bar scoreboard for you, so stay tuned for that. Other games in action tonight around the ABL. This one at 4-0 Miners lead here in the top of the sixth. Here's a pitch to Brick. Chopped right back to the pitcher. Flipping an underhand to first base, moving toward the first base bag is Grant Page. That's out number 3. Grant Page turns a 1-2-3 inning as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. 4-0 Miners. Listen to Matsu Miners Baseball and the Matsu Miners Radio Network. We enter the bottom of the 6th inning in a 4-0 ball game. The Matsu Miners lead it. Now with outdoor seating, you can enjoy a refreshing drink and good friends outdoors in the Alaska sunshine. Located in downtown Palmer, the Palmer Bar is a great place to grab a bite to eat and to take in the sights. Call 907-745-3041 today. So ground to the third base back, and bobbling at third base near the bag is Niles Nygaard. Aboard safely goes the leadoff hitting Patrick Cromwell. Or excuse me, make that Ferruto. See if they score that an error. I assume it will be at the third base corner, but the ball is hit sharply, so I'll wait to see on that one. Of course, the advertisement for the inning means it is time for the Palmer Bar scoreboard. Zach Warren comes set, delivers home. This one popped in the air to the left side. Now coming in shallow left to make the catch will be Connor Wanhanen. Retreating to first base goes Matthew Ferruto. One man gone here in the inning. Around the ABL tonight, still no score in the top of the 6th inning between the Anchorage Glacier Pilots and the Peninsula Oilers. That one up in Kenai tonight. The other game tonight, the only other game in action will be at 7 o'clock between the Anchorage Bucks and the Alaska Gold Panthers out in Fairbanks. Here's a pitch. Slider runs inside, but it gets the inner edge. 0-1 now to Andrew Mogg. Mogg doubled and flew out to left field his last time up. Here's a pitch. Fastball down low, misses. 1-1 the count. Around Major League Baseball, the only game still in action. Pittsburgh hosting St. Louis in Sunday Night Baseball. 3-2 the Pirates lead it in the bottom of the 7th inning. Zach Warren comes set, looks back the runner first base, now delivers. Fly ball hit to deep left and just foul. Andrew Mogg, if he would straighten that one out, would be long gone out in left field onto the hill. But just a long strike off of Zach Warren's hand as they'll take a slow walk around the mound to regather.
We saw it once earlier with Tyler Wolf hitting that hanging breaking ball from Caden Owens to deep left field. Seems like the pitchers can't really afford to make mistakes today because that one was a long way, but fortunately for Warren, it was foul.
Now ready with the 1-2 is Warren with one man out here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses up high now. It's a 2-2 count. Continuing the baseball scoreboard, Oakland 2, Cleveland nothing on the road tonight. The Mets won 5-3 over the Diamondbacks at home. Marlins went 3 of 4 over the Reds, winning 8-1 at home tonight. Tampa Bay 4, Houston 3 today. This one pop foul and back behind the screen again. 2-2 again to Andrew Mogg. Washington 4 and Baltimore 2 today. The Yankees won an 8-6 over the Red Sox today on the road. 11-10 and high-scoring affair between the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays as the Royals won it today. Here's a pitch. Chopped off the foot of Andrew Mogg. It's a 2-2 count again to him. Minnesota 7, Detroit 1 at home. They continue their hot streak to the Minnesota Twins. And the Battle of Chicago, it's the Chicago Cubs winning 3-1 tonight over the White Sox. San Diego 2, Texas 1. Giants won at 4-2 over the Phillies today. 10-3, the Los Angeles Angels are victors over the Seattle Mariners. Los Angeles 4, Milwaukee 3, and Colorado 11, Atlanta 3. That's a final in Colorado today. Popped up down the right field line, and this one's going out of play again. Again, thanks to Palmer Bar for sponsoring our scoreboard today. 2-2, the count will be to Andrew Mogg now. One man out here in the inning. The infield at double play depth. The outfield straight away. Miners in a 4-0 showdown here with the Chinooks. They lead it. Here's a pitch. Fastball down low, misses in the dirt. It's 2-2 the count. 3-2 make that. Looking in for the sign. Shaking his head. For the sign. Now finding the sign he likes is Zach Warren. Looking at the runner first. Now delivering. Slider got him swinging on the outside edge to Andrew Mogg. He goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Zach Warren. And for Warren, strikeout number 4 of the evening. And what a battle for him as he allowed the long pitch that looked like it might get out of here for a 2-run homer. It goes foul. He works the count full and then wins it on a strikeout. Now the 2-out batter will be David Morton, the center fielder. Fastball taking the knees for a called strike, 0-1. And to start the inning, we asked if they'd score that a base hit or an error. They do give Baranek a base hit. So it's sharply hit down the third base line. He's aboard with that base hit. Now a slider gets the outer edge again, and quickly ahead in the count is Zach Warren with an 0-2 count. 2 men out here in the inning. Now the Chinooks have 5 hits on the evening. Warren ready with the 0-2. Here's a delivery. Popped up on the left field side. Giving chase out in left field. Now backing up a few steps to make the catch is Connor Wanhanen, and that'll end the inning. The leadoff base hit by Baranek, and he's left stranded. So we move to the top of the 7th inning. Kevin Peel will have the play-by-play action for the rest of this one. 4-0 Miners on your Matsu Miners Radio Network.
Two, 3, and 4 due up in the 7th inning for the Miners. As Tyler Wolf going to try and start it off against Grant Page back to the hill. First pitch from the righty is on its way and it is grounded right past Patrick Cromwell and into left field for a base hit. Tyler Wolf continues his tear for today. 3rd hit, his 2nd single, also had that double to left field. Miners with their 7th hit of the game. And they could be threatening here. I'll bring up Alex Caruso.
He's not yet been retired as he also reached on a walk in the 4th inning. Tyler Wolf continuing to get on it, be an offensive tear tonight. We talked about his batting average being at 191. Well, continues to climb after this.
And Caruso going to bunt this one foul down the 3rd baseline. Count 0-1. Grant Page, a guy that is pitching in his 8th game today, has started 5 games. But his past 2 appearances against the Miners have not been very good. One of them, June 26th, was more of the tough luck variety. That was when the Miners in Palmer defeated the Chinooks by the final score of 1-0. In that game, Grant Page had 6 stellar innings. This one lined towards short and caught by Hunter Hanks, who had to leap in the air and slightly to his right make the catch. Caruso robbed of a base hit. One gone here in the top of the 7th, and that'll bring up Matt Diorio. Hunter Hanks showing off his glove.
Trying to equalize the nice plays by Tanner Nishioka, I believe, trying to respond to those.
Tyler Wolf was paying very close attention to that line drive off the bat of Caruso, though, and got back to first safely. From the stretch, Grant Page takes a couple looks towards first and now is ready with a slow, winding curveball for a strike. Count 0-1. Matt Diorio has walked twice and popped out in this contest. He is 0 for 1 officially. Page ready. The 0-1 is outside for a ball. Count now 1-1 on the Miners' designated hitter. Tyler Wolf with decent speed over there at first base. He's stolen one bag this year. Page throws over to check him, and he's back in safely. Count still 1-1. And really that 1 of 3 successful stolen base percentage really not indicative of the abilities that Tyler Wolf has. Has a lot of speed. A couple tough luck pickoffs for him this season. 1-1 is in the dirt for a ball. Fastball from Grant Page. Count 2-1. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Miners. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Chinooks. Grant Page paying a lot of attention to Wolf. He's ready, and this one's grounded to short. This could be 2. Hunter Hanks flips to second for 1, on to first. And there's your 6-4-3 double play for the Chinooks to retire the side. Wolf's leadoff single is stranded. We head to the bottom of the 7th and stretch time here in Chugiak with the Miners ahead 4-0. You're listening to Miners Baseball. Six, 7, and 8 due up in the order for the Chinooks, facing Zach Warren as we enter the bottom of the 7th. The 7th inning stretch brought to you tonight, as always, by the proud ladies of the Cindy Hill All-State Insurance Agency, located at mile 3 of the Palmer-Wasilla Highway at Midtown Estates. Called strike on the fastball from Warren, 0-1. Where you are in good hands, ours. Give us a call or stop in anytime. Cindy, Kelsey, Julie, and Sky are ready to be your trusted advisors. Go Miners. Curveball in the dirt from Warren. Count now 1-1 on Holt Davis, who is 0 for 3 today with a strikeout, ground out, and a flyout. 1-1. Fastball in the dirt from Warren. 2-1. Warren now over 90 pitches as he begins his 7th inning of work. And with the pitch count getting close to 100, there is some action in the Miners bullpen. This one's popped up softly into short right field. Nishioka going to slide to get out of the way of Caleb Wood, who goes into short right field and makes the catch. One gone in the inning. Nice job by Tanner. Those are both buddies who have played together with the Wenatchee Apple Sox, the West Coast League, and coming up here again and playing for another season together, this time in Palmer, Alaska with the Matsu Miners. Good chemistry between each other, and Nishioka showed that there. Caleb Wood took that. First pitch is a ball from Warren on a cutter to Will Bass, 1-0. Popped up foul and out of play down that first baseline. Count now 1-1. Will Bass, 1 for 2, the ground out, and also had a double, was able to advance to third, but was thrown out trying to head home on a fielder's choice play. And the windup, the 1-1 pitch is chopped towards first. Tanner Nishioka will get to that one, run to the bag by himself. 3 unassisted. Will Bass is retired. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And that will leave the inning up to Hunter Hanks. Hit a hard single to right field in his last at bat. But wasn't quite able to drive home Will Bass, his defensive mate up the middle. First pitch from Warren is a fastball for a called strike on the outside corner, just above the knees. 0-1. Sun has started to poke out more as we've gone on in this game. Started off partly cloudy, but the sun breaking mostly out here in this one. Ground ball deep in the hole. Wolf was going to try and make a jumping Derek Jeter-like throw, but Hunter Hanks was running too hard. And I think Niles Nygaard, third baseman, smiling about Wolf's effort there. Would have been really cool to see him try and make that throw, although Hunter Hanks was running hard and was not going to be in time. I'll bring up Jacob Brobst on the infield single.
Good night now for Hanks, his second hit of the night. In the 8th spot in the order. Still been very effective there.
Warren takes a look towards first, deals a cutter in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Brobst officially 0-for-1, grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 5th and walked in the 3rd. 1-0. Fastball just off the outside corner, so it was above the belt. 2-0 the count. And J.J. Hancock going to have a quick chat with his pitcher, Zach Warren. Chinooks here trying to improve their record to 7-7 at home on the season. They come in at 6-7, 8-8 on the road. So a very good road team in many ways. A lot of their road losses have been to the minors, but they were able to sweep a team like the Alaska Gold Panthers 3 games. In Fairbanks earlier in June, that was. Throwing over to check the runner again and back in safely is Hunter Hanks. Mound visit's over. Now the 2-0 from Warren is another fastball outside for a ball. 3-0. Jacob Brobst's role mostly as a pinch runner at Ohio State, but really showing his hitting abilities up here in Alaska. Takes the ball outside on 4 straight pitches. So another walk issued by Zach Warren. Caleb McCann still getting ready out here. And the pitching coach, Matt Greeley, is going to go have a chat. So it doesn't look like they're going to pull the lefty Warren. They're going to try and let him get out of this inning and get through 7. Now over 100 pitches. They are going to have to watch him a little bit here. So this could be his last batter. But it does work out because you have the lefty Zach Warren, and you want to play the numbers game. He's facing the lefty Patrick Cromwell, who's going to come up right here, Kyle.
Yeah, it is a situational factor, I believe, as you said. I think the lefty-on-lefty matchup will play a little bit of a role in this one. So far, he's done pretty well against Cromwell. He's got him to ground out a couple times. Also, has just walked him that one time back in the 3rd inning. Realizing he's still in good shape to get the victory tonight. He has a 4-0 lead here, but doesn't want to make a mistake either. One mistake could put the Chinooks right back in this ball game.
So the skipper, Ben Taylor, and the pitching coach, Matt Greeley, showing faith in their lefty, Zach Warren. They want him to get through 7. But Caleb McCann ready just in case, as this will most likely be his last batter with the righty Matt Ferruto on deck. Warren takes a look towards first, now a look towards second. First pitch is chopped foul at the plate by Cromwell. 0-1 the count. Cromwell has been pretty well held off base today. Just the walk. He was issued back in the 3rd. 0-1 is grounded to short. Should be an easy play. Flipping to second and got him by a half a step. As the sliding Jacob Brobst was almost in there. Tyler Wolf, a good, quick, solid snap throw to Wood, retires the side. Zach Warren gets out of another jam and gets through 7 innings. We head to the 8th, 4-0 Miners. You are listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Miners here in the top of the 8th inning. Nygaard, Nishioka, and Hancock still facing the righty Grant Page, who's used to logging starter-like numbers. Well, he could be going the rest of the way as long as he pitches efficiently. First pitch is a two-seam fastball in there for a strike from Grant Page, 0-1. Nygaard on the day 0 for 3 with a fly out in the first and 2 groundouts in the third and the fifth innings. 0-1 as a lofting curveball that hits the outside corner just above the knees for a strike. 0-2. Pitch. Another curveball tapped at the plate, foul by Washington's own Niles Nygaard. 0-2. Grant Page going to be a senior at Stephen F. Austin University. 0-2. And this one is grounded towards second. Easy play for Bass. Flips to first and gets the out. So one gone quickly here in the top of the 8th. I'll bring up Tanner Nishioka.
Will Bass going for that ball, anticipated the bad hop. It was a nice play by him as he kind of moved his head back towards second base back, assuming he was going to bounce up and hit him in the face. But he scoops it up right in his glove and makes the throw over to first base in time for the out.
Nishioka has reached base twice today. Another curveball from Page. That one's moving a lot as he progresses in this appearance. 0-1. Had a single and scored in the second. Single, triple in the fourth. And this one's hit well towards right field. That one's going to get down and all the way to the wall. At least 2 again for Nishioka. Just picking up the ball. He's on the way towards third. He will get in with a stand-up triple for the second time today. 8th hit of the ball game for the Miners. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And Tanner Nishioka just absolutely having a hitting clinic out there today. Really, in the past 2 weeks, it's been a hitting clinic. The best average hitter on this team. Infield's going to be pulled in with 1 out. Curveball lofts outside for a ball to J.J. Hancock, 1-0. Hancock picked up his 4th RBI of the season with a sacrifice fly back in the 4th. 1-0. Is a fastball grounded. Nice play by Will Bass as he had to dive to make that play. Kept it on the infield. And Nishioka stranded at third. 2 outs. And I'll bring up Connor Wanhanen.
You know, the interesting thing about Tanner Nishioka, he's such a humble guy that if you talk to him about this performance, he'll just tell you he's lucky. I don't think hitting the ball to the wall that hard twice is luck, though.
First pitch to Wanhanen is grounded towards second. Tough hop, but right there to make the play again is Will Bass to retire the side. So the triple by Tanner Nishioka, but he is stranded at third. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Still 4-0 Miners on your home for Miners baseball. New pitcher for the Miners and a new first baseman as well. Hunter Simmons going to come in and play first base for Tanner Nishioka as his night is done after those 3 hits. Onto the hill for the Miners in relief of Zach Warren will be Caleb McCann, pitcher out of Appalachian State, 6'1", 205 pounds. Be pitching in his 10th game. He has a 3 ERA, 9 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 7 hits. And this is the 7th time he has come in this year to face the Chinooks team. And this one grounded up the middle. Could be trouble for Wolf past the diving Wolf and into center field is a leadoff single for Matthew Ferrudo as he takes the first pitch and gets on base for the second straight at bat. 2 singles in a row now for Ferrudo. Now bring up Cameron Baranek. Final line on Zach Warren, who is in line for the win. 7 innings pitched. Gave up 6 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and faced 28 batters. A very good start for Warren. Missing outside is McCann. Baranek, 1-0. Baranek on the day, 1 for 3. Singled back in the 3rd. Struck out and flew out. 1-0. Is lined hard and foul out of play by the Chinooks left fielder, Cameron Baranek, 1-1. The impressive streak that we keep hashing on continues once again today. Every single ABL game that Cameron Baranek has played in, he has reached base. 1-1, popped up into short left field. Niles Nygaard calling off everyone, will make the catch in foul territory. Ferrudo, who was almost all the way to second, has to retreat to first, and he's back in safely. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, and that will bring up Andrew Mogg.
It's a long run for Niles Nygaard and a tough play to be made, not only because of the long run, but he's looking over his shoulder the entire time, fighting the sun off. He makes the catch out in left field, and not an easy play for him for sure.
Mogg is 1 for 3 with a double, a fly out, and a strikeout. Cam from the stretch. At the fastball in the dirt for a ball. 1-0. Andrew Mogg was feet away from hitting a 2-run homer in his last at bat off a hanging curveball from Zach Warren. And went foul. 1-0. Swung through, and it was tapped straight back. 1-1 the count. Caleb McCann has a 3-pitch arsenal, fastball, a changeup, and a slider. But loves to go to that fastball, loves to throw hard. 1-1. Swung on and missed, and there's that 2-seam fastball in on the hands for a strike to Andrew Mogg. 1-2. Mogg out of Virginia Tech. Him and Tyler Boxwell, both sound catchers behind the plate, but also have been good at swinging the bat and driving in runs, too. This one grounded to third, could be 2. Nygaard flips to second for 1. Woods' throw to first is in time. A 5-4-3 double play for Nygaard. It was a tough one for Caleb Wood to turn, almost sidearmed it to first, but got it there in time for the double play. On to the 9th. Miners looking to get another win in Chugiak. They lead 4-0. You're listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. Looking for ways to get closer to the Valley's team? Now you can, like the Matsu Miners page on Facebook. You can also follow them on Twitter at ABL Miners. Get more connected with your Miners today. So on to the 9th we go. Graham Page going to come out to the hill to try and get these last 3 outs. Try and send it to the bottom of the 9th and give his team a shot. The Miners leading 4-0 and have been leading for most of this game, getting 1 run in the 2nd and 3 in the 4th. They lead it 4-0 here. 9-1-2 in the order for the Miners. It'll be Caleb Wood leading it off. Grant Page from the windup, and that one comes up and in, and Wood tried to check his swing and actually tapped it foul off his bat. 0-1 the count. Wood has reached base twice today, walked and stole a bag in the 2nd, was able to single and score in the 4th inning, and then grounded out back in the 6th. 0-1 is off the end of the bat towards 2nd. Will Bass, another play. He's been busy the past couple innings. 1 gone here in the top of the 9th. And I'll bring up Brick Paskowitz.
You mentioned him being busy. That's the 4th consecutive out recorded by him on a 4-3 ground out. Something I don't think I've ever seen.
Miners testing him for sure over at second base, and Bass has been up to the task. Curveball lofts in there at the knees for a strike down the middle. 0-1. Graham Page, we mentioned he attends Stephen F. Austin University in Texas. Missing low with a fastball, counting out 1-1. SFA itself is in Nacogdoches, Texas, which is the hometown of Miners pitcher and Texas A&M product, Brigham Hill. This one hit towards center, and having to come over all the way into center field is Cameron Baronic to make the catch on Paskowitz. 2 outs.
It's amazing, despite the leg injury, how much ground he still covers out in left field. Normally a center fielder being moved to left field so he doesn't have to run so much. Well, he runs a lot right there, tracks that one down way out in center field. Nice play by him.
Well, initially, David Martin was shading into that right center field gap, and it looks like he's going to do the same thing here for Tyler Wolf. That left Cameron Baronic to go make the play way over in essentially dead center field. Called strike with a curveball to Tyler Wolf. 0-1.
Baronic is as good as they come out in the outfield.
Ball low, curveball. 1-1. Talk about Nishioka hitting the ball well. Tyler Wolf's been hitting it just as well. Missing high and in for a ball. 2-1. 3 hits on the day and also has walked. Single, double, and a single. Singled in his last at bat in the 7th. He's 3 for 3 officially. 2-1. Fastball goes back over the outside corner for a strike. 2-2. And thus proving to us that 198 average is very misleading, because then he can hit the ball like this. This one grounded to third. Should be an easy play for Cromwell. Throw to first. And Wolf retired for the first time today. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks as they trail in this one 4-0. You're listening to Miners Baseball on the Miners Radio Network. If your car needs a new taillight or just any sort of nut, bolt, or screw, be sure to visit the Valley's locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts. They're in Big Lake, Palmer, and Wasilla. Visit www.napaalaska.com. Napa Auto Parts, your sponsor for each and every pregame and postgame show and for the entire broadcast itself. They will be hosting the short postgame wrap-up that Kyle and I will have for you after this one. Called strike from Caleb McCann to David Morton, 0-1. McCann coming out for his second inning of work. 0-1 is line towards center. Caruso moving just a couple steps to his left to make the catch. Quickly one gone here in the bottom of the ninth. And that will bring up Holt Davis, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, ground out, and a pop out in this one. Caleb McCann's numbers, when you look at it, the 3 ERA is very misleading. All 3 of the runs that he has given up this season were in his first 4 performances. That one fouled out of play by Holt Davis. Count now 0-1. But he has pitched now 6 scoreless innings, dating back 5 appearances. Called strike from McCann, 0-2. That was his slider. We've only seen a couple times today, but it was effective in freezing Davis there, 0-2. What a great curveball, just missed. Tried to drop it in and missed a little bit inside to Davis, 1-2. McCann from the windup, the 1-2 pitch. This one's popped up on the infield. Hunter Simmons is blocking out the Suns, coming right over by the first base bag, just barely into foul territory to make the catch. And just like that, 2 gone here in the bottom of the ninth. That'll bring up Will Bass.
Caleb McCann making it look easy here in relief. He allowed the leadoff base hit, the first batter facing Ferruto, but since has gotten a pop up to third, a 5-4-3 double play, a fly out to center, and a pop out to first base right here. Been very effective out of relief.
Caleb McCann, if he can retire, Will Bass, this will be his longest appearance of the season. That one misses inside for a ball. Fastball from McCann. 1-0. Just had his twin brother visiting the Alaska area in the past few days. Had to be really cool for Caleb to see his brother, spend some time with him. Now pitching here. 1-0 is outside for a ball. 2-0. Caleb's last appearance was in that 7-2 loss on Thursday night. He pitched an inning of scoreless ball, just walked 1 and faced 3 batters. Slider missed inside. Now behind the count is McCann, 3-0. Will Bass on the day. Ground out double and a ground out to first. Called strike. Fastball in the outside corner, 3-1. On the windup, here's a 3-1. Swung on and missed again. Another fastball on the outside corner, 3-2. And this could be the last pitch of this ball game. Caleb McCann trying to retire Will Bass. 3-2, missed outside for a ball. Nice take by Bass. He will take his base, and I'll keep the game alive for now, at least, because that will bring up Hunter Hanks, who's reached twice today.
Hanks with back-to-back singles, someone the Miners really don't want to see in the 9th inning here, but Bass able to extend the game here to get it to him.
Will Bass drawing his 11th walk of the season. First pitch to Hanks. Fastball for a strike at the knees. 0-1. Kyle mentioned 2 singles in his past 2 at-bats for Hanks. He was able to advance on a wild pitch as well back in the 5th and grounded out back in the 3rd inning. 0-1. And this one's flown towards right. Brick Paskowitz is ranging to his left towards the line to make the catch, and that is your ball game. The Matsu Miners win it again. They improved to 22-6 on the season. That is conference win number 20 on the season as they improve to 20-6. Caleb McCann comes in, pitches a great 2 innings in relief of Zach Warren, who will get the win today and improve his record 3-1. Caden Owens being handed his first loss of the season in his last appearance on the 2015 campaign with the Chinooks. The Chinooks today fall to 14-16 overall and 13-14 in ABL play. And not only that, the Matsu Miners just continuing to roll now against the Chinooks team, 11-2.
It's a team that, for some reason, really struggling against this Miners team. They play in seemingly every ball game today. Really was an easy one for the Miners. It may have been 4-run difference, but it really seemed like the Miners were in control all night. But this team, the Chinooks, really have not been able to pull it out against the Miners for whatever reason it is, whether it be a one-run ball game that the Miners slip out later. Tonight, they just dominate on the hill. It's not been the way of the Chinooks for sure, and really anywhere. But they haven't gotten their 2 wins here this year, but actually really have played better overall on the road this year. Have the Chinooks, but this year having both their wins here, but the Miners come on the road tonight and get it done against this Chinooks team now and continue to extend their lead in the division. It's the most important thing with this win. The Miners continuing to give the Chinooks trouble and now extend that lead to 7.5 and have the tiebreaker as well. So a huge win for the Miners in terms of working toward going to the top of the World Series and clinching the division here in the next few weeks is what they're hoping to do.
And we still have to wait on the Pilots score as well. They're playing down in Kenai. Miners were coming into this one with an 8.5 game lead over the Pilots. We now look forward to that, a big doubleheader tomorrow. When you look at the season series right now, the Pilots trailing 5-3 to the Miners, but you're talking about a doubleheader that can swing that in either direction. Pilots are 0-4 against the Miners at home so far this year, as this doubleheader will be at Mulcahy tomorrow. First pitch of the first game will be at 6 p.m. with the second game to be followed, 5:45. Napa Auto Parts pregame show for you right here on the Miners Radio Network. When you look at it, though, that is a doubleheader that the Miners can either take a lot more control in this division and with a sweep, or the Pilots can be right back in it with a sweep of their own. So it's going to be a really good one to see. We know we're going to see Brigham Hill and Kyle Simons on the hill tomorrow, and 2 good pitchers from Texas A&M that will be looking to notch victories for the Miners.
Ben Taylor likes to call them Friday night guys. Yes, those are big nights in college baseball. He's got 2 Friday night guys going tomorrow from Texas A&M, 2 guys who have experienced winning and with the Texas A&M Aggies this past season in the College World Series. They look to turn to those guys tomorrow, and one of the most pivotal matchups of the season. Again, as you mentioned, it could go either way. If the Miners are swept, it'd be bad news for them. If they win both games tomorrow night, that's a huge swing. Even if they split, it'd be a good thing for the Miners tomorrow in terms of trying to win the tiebreaker over the Pilots. Just needing 2 victories over the Pilots to win that season series. So tomorrow they can get it done if they win both, or they could at least earn a split tomorrow with the win. A big matchup coming tomorrow, and certainly highly anticipated for both teams.
And so the Miners get the win today and now have a 2-game winning streak heading into that doubleheader. Kyle, any final thoughts here from Chugiak as we will depart from Chugiak here? The last game we'll play at Lee Jordan Field at Loretta French Complex for this 2015 campaign.
Well, it's encouraging to see Zach Warren go out there and get back to his game. He had a little bit of a rough stretch for him against the Bucks and also got the loss against the Chinooks despite pitching very well in that one. He gets back here and throws a shutout tonight, gets back on track, and really gets some help from his offense and defense as well. So a good team win tonight. They look to get back tomorrow and win both against the Pilots and win the season series there. So be an exciting one tomorrow night out in Mulcahy, and we'll do it again tomorrow night.
It will be a good one, as Kyle just said. 5:45 pregame show for you live from Mulcahy Field in Anchorage as the Miners take on the Anchorage Glacier Pilots in a big NL Division doubleheader showdown. But that will wrap it up here from Chugiak. For my broadcasting partner, Kyle Howard, I'm Kevin Peel saying so long, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.